Everybody, it's Carol Billing, and I'm your instructor for career guidance and transition to work. Um, Here is a quick look at the course calendar. It's quick because I only have the first week in here so far, although I do have a plan. It's just not all in here. I'll be filling this out over the next week. And this is not the way I like to start a class, just so you know. This is my first year at the University of Idaho, and each semester I have all brand new classes to teach. So the flip side of that, positive on that, is all the content is very fresh because I am researching it and developing it right at the beginning of the semester. And the detractor to that is that there will be snags along the way. I'll miss stuff because you have to teach something a couple times before you can fix all the little quirks that will trip you up. So I will do my best to communicate clearly and put all the information out there in a timely manner. I will never expect you to do anything without 10 days of work time, which is 2 weekends, because most of us do our work on the weekends when you're a student, and especially if you're student working. And I understand that because I've always been a student working. So please don't panic if you haven't had me before. And my goal is to have the whole class built by the end of the week. It's a pretty ambitious goal, but it's the best way to start the semester. And in a perfect world, this would be all full. In future semesters, this will be all full. And you will have your whole course from day one, because I just find that's the best way to teach. I have taught for years at CWI and now U Idaho and a couple other colleges. And it's just much easier if you have the whole course built before the class begins. But you can't always do that. So long story short, here's the calendar. I'm going to walk you through it so you know how to read it, and I will send an email when it's complete, and that way you can print it out and use the check boxes that are located right here under Blackboard tasks to mark off your tasks each week or each set of weeks. Right now it's set up for weekly, but I don't think it will stay that way. In the beginning, we'll do stuff every week just because I'm trying to get you through some of the foundational skills. But then when we get in more in-depth projects, those will be longer than a week. All right, so to begin, it's a pretty simple setup. I give you the week so you know which days we're talking about. I list our objectives. These are the same objectives that you'll find in my lesson plan on Common Curriculum. And then in this box here is everything you need to accomplish and the deadline for accomplishing it. And that's always Sundays at midnight. So I really recommend that you print this out, cross out the 21, make that January 20th, and set the deadline one day ahead for yourself. That way, if you have an issue or a problem or a crisis, you still always have that Sunday to catch up. By getting it done Saturday instead of Sunday at last minute, you also get your Sunday back, most importantly. It's so nice to finish, and I've taken grad classes forever, and I'm finishing my PhD now, and I will tell you, when I started doing that, it made my life a lot easier to get all my grad work or coursework done on Saturday and then have my Sunday so I could feel like I could breathe a little bit, even though it's just really hard to work and go to school and have kids and spouse and all of that. So I get that. So anyway, I make the deadline Sunday at midnight. I recommend that you set your own to the Saturday before. I've got the class meetings in here as well, and then I'll be adding in the rest of the objectives and the lessons, the assignments for each week or every couple of weeks, however that pans out being. And when it's all complete, I will email you. You will see everything in the Blackboard in this light green, and that means that it's not going to change. It's set, it's done. So when it's in this white, that means I'm still working on it. And so you'll be able to you'll have the link so you can check and see how far she built it out. And you're also going to be able to work ahead, because I'm not going to turn these things green until they're completely ready for you to start it in Blackboard and that the content's up and everything's ready. And so that's kind of where you can see. And then the nice thing is I turn these things darker when they're past due, or when they've come due, I make them a darker color so you can know where you should be. And then the last darkest green means they're graded, so you will know how far is she in her grading, where's she at. So this is it's a living document really through the semester, but once the light green is made through this whole entire tasks column, then you can print it if you want. If you like to work with a hard copy and then check these boxes off. Of course, you can always save it to a PDF and check the boxes off too, you know, with PDFs are nice for that. Okay, now I'm just rambling, so I'm going to stop and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks. Okay.